Hey everybody, KC here. So 48 years ago, in 1972, what was then a little known premium cable channel, boy, those were words that people didn't even put together back then, actually had its launch. And basically, that launch consisted of a movie with Paul Newman called Sometimes a Great Notion. It was followed by a Rangers game. Now, you may have heard of this premium cable channel. It's called HBO, Home Box Office. Right? And it was a little thing at the time. I have some memory of this because at the time I was working for a small public access TV show in New York City. And we used to actually tape our program in the same studio where HBO would tape some of their stuff. They didn't do very much. One of the things I remember them having is a Stiller and Miro weekly TV series. Clearly HBO has come a long way in that time. The reason I think this is relevant is when you think about it, back in 1972, 1973, when people heard about pay television, a lot of people said, why do you need pay television? We have 3 networks and a couple of independent channels. Why do we want to pay for something we can actually get for nothing? All you need is an antenna. Well, clearly, in a lot of ways, traditional broadcast television didn't see the competition coming and didn't understand that over a period of time, the premium cable channels, HBO, Showtime, those kinds of networks, Cinemax, would end up setting the tone for how competition would go and would lay the foundation for the likes of Netflix, Amazon, Apple, to create an entire universe of programming that is, basically in a lot of ways the broadcast networks are trying to compete with, and not usually successfully because they have a certain set of standards. And the cable and the streamers, they have a lot more money. They can do a lot of different things, right? This is a great lesson for retailers, that sometimes you don't see the competition coming. Sometimes you don't realize that somebody that you don't think of as being all that threatening, all that important, can end up being the entity that changes the industry in which you are trying to compete. Think about it. 48 years ago, HBO. Nobody gave it much of a chance. Today, we think of HBO, we think of The Sopranos, we think of Westworld, we think of Game of Thrones. Okay, we think of programming that has changed the way we view television. So if you're a retailer, who's the competitor you're not paying attention to? Who's the competitor that you're writing off as being not that important? Because why would people want that when they have us? It's an important question. And it's a question that you need to have an answer to. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.